Welcome back, or welcome to We Care a Lot. I'm half the podcast, Mel.
And I'm the other half, Sam.
Hey!
Hello.
We are back with this episode for you. I feel like this episode's going to feel like a little bittersweet, like...
Sentimental?
A little sentimental. I, have yet to know what we're going to talk about, but,
Literally, I was going to say, we have no idea what we're... I mean, not no idea, but...
we know the theme, and, I'm just thinking about it, it's fucking insane. Yeah, I think it'll be, basically 10 years since we've known each other, technically.
I mean, yeah. It'll be 10... Well...
Technically.
Give it a month or two.
Give it a month or two.
Yeah, we've known each other for 10 years.
That in itself is so insane. We've been in each other's life for a decade.
That's weird to think about. Why does it feel like 10 years? I just feel like we should be older than this for knowing each other for 10 years. I'm like, shouldn't we be fucking 40 or something? What? How does
the
10
math is
years,
not mathing there.
How is that in there?
No, that's so true. I feel like we've seen, I sent you a...
Yeah, I know what you're going to say right now.
I sent you, I don't know if it was a TikTok or a Reels, but it was this thing of we've seen each other through a lot of reiterations of each other.
Oh, wait, that's
not what were you going to say? I was she's laughing at something really sweet.
You said it's really sweet and sentimental. I don't know what she's going on about. No, I was thinking the one that you sent me and Tori, and it's literally
that one too though.
It's of these kids at it looks like a frat party or just a house party, and it's just sweaty. There's bottles in the air. The music is 2013, 2014.
It literally says nothing like the 2015, 2016 house parties or something
that.
That
is a time. A time was had. They just had their moment though, you know what I mean? I never want to be that again.
I never want to do that now.
Yeah, I don't want to be there.
But I love
here
to be nostalgic and reminisce about how fun that was.
You're meditating. Go back to your happy place. Just sweating
at a house party trying to look cool.
Absolutely not.
No, but
no, what was it?
Okay,
Where was
the duality
yeah,
of me.
What is this other video? I don't know that I've seen it yet.
Yeah, you responded to it, I think.
Oh, wait. Okay, we'll explain it.
It basically, I don't remember what the clips were, but it was just two friends, and it was something about seeing the reiterations of each other and basically knowing the different versions of each other. And I was that's literally it's 10 years of us.
Okay. Yes, I saw it. I'm thinking in my head of clips of those decades, but it's just them as friends currently-ish. It's not videos from the time that
I don't think so.
Yeah.
It might be, but I don't remember it now.
I don't think so. I think it was just them currently, and then it was we've seen each other through I remember.
Yeah.
That is true. 10 years, and it was pivotal years, not to say obviously middle school to now is all a big jump as well.
Huge jump.
In general, but the 20s are just such a weird time. Ew.
I think
18 to 28. Crazy.
It's kind of crazy. It's a crazy jump. I feel 28 to 38.
No, we've definitely known each other 10 years. Because, well, I guess it is a couple months. Because I was 17. Still, when I started. No.
Yes.
Yeah, you were. Yes. Oh my
God.
We met
each other.
We're jumping back. I'm getting mad at myself as a viewer. I'm girl, get it together. We have.
Yeah.
It was summer.
We met late July.
Was it?
No, I think we met.
It was summer. I don't know what.
It might have been early August, actually. Or late August.
I mean, it was school. You were doing schoolwork for some reason.
Yeah.
Why? I don't think we had summer. It was during the school year? We knew of each other, but never seen each other, never met each other.
Dude, it was literally the first week of school.
Not us going out during the first... Okay, we kind of were those girls. We kind of were a little bit...
We said we're in college.
Then I got back with my ex.
We're in college.
And then I started dating my ex, and I stopped going out.
Tea.
That's so sad.
The way I got a glimpse of single Sam, and then she was actually...
Which is so actually stupid.
So funny.
It's
okay. It's what was supposed to happen. Yeah.
I'm pissed about it a little. I'm a little pissed at who said that was the
said
plan.
18-year-old Sam, get it to fucking
who
together.
Who said that was the plan? I was young and full of life, and I had crushes. Yeah, sorry, boyfriend.
Who
I had
cares?
college crushes.
Going
And
to
I'm
their
sure,
dorm.
I actually think you acted out on your crushes, so it's different.
So it's different here.
But, oh,
Yeah.
you should have told me to be trifling.
I don't know how. You were
It
so,
wasn't
like,
in my character.
It wasn't in your character.
Not that it is now, but like...
I feel like I talked so much. Also, like, this is how our fucking, like, friendship came about. Like, if you have, like, not seen other episodes where we talk about it, but, like,
Yeah.
we like, didn't know each other. Our friend Tori, which we, like, constantly talk about, introduced us because we were going to Long Beach. We both went to Long Beach date.
Mm-hmm.
And at first we were both like, no, it's like, she's like, you guys should carpool. We're like, no.
We're so
like, that's
shy
so
for that.
weird.
Why
Like,
are we... I mean, I guess it was weird to have someone in your car that's a stranger. And,
so
like, I'd have to
fucking
talk to you
weird.
for 45 minutes twice a day.
Or an hour and a half when there's fucking traffic or whatever.
Right.
Like, it was kind of weird. And
It
then we
was.
just, like, started seeing each other. Like, I didn't also know that she was in all the fucking
Yeah, we were in
same
every class.
Like, it's a huge school.
But we
And
were
both
both business majors. It made a lot of sense.
It made a lot
Looking
of
back.
sense. Yeah, because it's, like, the general ed stuff. But, like,
Oh.
we just, like, kept seeing each other. It was like, this is fucking silly. Like, we should just
Yeah.
carpool. So then we did. But
I don't
anyway.
even know how that convo went. Like, if it was like, hey, I see that you're in all my classes. So
I think
what
it's-
time do you end school? And like, what time do you start?
I think it really did start with, like, when we had that same ecom class
Uh-huh.
with Michelle.
Yeah.
Remember that girl?
Yes, I do. And I sat in the back and then you were in the front.
Yeah.
I sat in the back with some like frat boy and not
Yeah.
intentionally. Like I just sat there and then he
Yeah.
was next to me and then I saw you and then we waved and then
And then we started, and then I think I saw you, like, outside of the class at one point, and then we, like, sat together, and then it just
Yeah.
consistently happened.
yeah, then you're like, sit with us. And then I saw
And then
with the frat boy.
Eventually, like, I think maybe one of us texted each other, like, hey, I think it was, like, the new, like, we had to get our new, like, semester.
Oh, you think we didn't carpool the first semester? I don't remember.
No, I don't think we did. The first semester we did not at all. I'm pretty
Yeah?
sure. And then, like, when, like, the second, like, when we
We
had
were
to get
picking
our
our classes.
we're like, maybe we should, like, carpool.
That makes sense. Like we were like, logically.
It just makes sense.
And we just felt more comfortable probably because we like saw each other in at least 2 or 3 classes a day.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, now I know you're not like I can talk to you.
Right.
Like you're not someone that I'm like, oh,
Just
what are we gonna
have
talk about?
awkward, silence with.
Yeah. True.
But anyway, that to say, like, turning 28 is making me think of, like, that, like,
About
10
time.
years since I've been 18, since
Yeah.
we've both been 18. And with that said, like, we've known each other for that long now. It's fucking crazy.
That is crazy. I feel like it's maybe like a good year in general to like get with your friends and have like especially friends that you've known since you were 18
Mm-hmm.
and have like a how have we grown moment. Like, remember when you used to just throw everyone under the bus?
Just, like, give everyone a little bit of a
a little taste of what I wanted to say 8 years ago to you.
No,
like,
we should definitely have, like, a bonfire in the summer.
oh my god, and we
and
like throw shit in
throw
fire.
shit in the fire about our 28th.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
Yeah.
28 does feel like a very surreal number because you are so close to like 30. But then you also are like, but I'm only 28. Because like everyone's like, my 20s, my 20s. I'm like, I still have 2 full years
Yeah.
of my 20s.
It's funny though because I feel like now you're really like savoring the last 2
you're-
years. You're like literally trying to milk the rest of the 20s out, you know? Like if it's supposed to be fucking great, like let's really do it. You know?
Like, yeah, I'm going to Europe. Yeah, we're going to Mexico City. Yeah. No, but actually
that's like everything. And
Yeah.
I feel like when you're in the middle, especially in the beginning, you're like, yeah, I'm fucking 20. Like, I'm so fucking old now. Like you're so dumb, you know? No tea, no shade if
I'm
you're
21.
if you're 21 through 24.
so grown.
But like
I thought I was grown at 24.
I thought I was fucking grown.
Yeah.
And then you hit like mid 20s and you're like, life's fucking weird and sucks.
The quarter life crisis we've had a whole episode on,
Oh,
which crazy to think that was 2 years ago. 3.
We started this podcast when we were what, 20?
3?
Yeah.
I think because we had our 24th year as our first like turning 24.
That's crazy. Okay.
Sick, you guys.
But
sick.
like, it's sick how different of people we are.
Metamorphosis, butterfly.
Maybe we just run it back with metamorphosis.
Like, it's just funny because in that episode we're like, oh my god, like, we're just such different people now. Like, girl, where?
You didn't know shit.
I was like, girl, different how? Different who? Like, I hate your outfit. What are you wearing?
That's so crazy stuff we used to wear.
But, like,
but it ain't
all in due time. All in due time. Like, we had to come full circle. Not that my, look, don't judge my outfit today.
We're literally in black t-shirts and like jeans.
Don't fucking come for me. I have tinsel in my hair. I'm not trying to say I'm an it girl. But I thought I was an it girl at the time.
Yeah.
But, like, it almost kind of, we've been on this train of, like, opportunity and, like, leaning in and doing whatever. Like, we started a whole ass podcast. And looking back, maybe in the moment we thought, like, no, I don't even think we knew everything in the moment. We were like, let's just see what happens. Like, let's just do a fake set. Like, I think we were living for the, like, it feels like I'm doing something important.
Yeah.
Like, I have something to do. I have a backdrop. Do you own a backdrop?
I have a backdrop and my friend has a couch.
Right. Literally, it was like that stupid.
And I have a mic that we're sharing.
And we literally shared a fucking mic. That's crazy.
This mic in specific.
And we're still using it is the even crazier part. But, and we started on, like, the COVID, like, chatting, what was it? It was like the,
oh my
what
god,
was it? Cube party something.
What the fuck was that called?
Yeah, I don't know. But it was basically like a group FaceTime situation that recorded the call.
It recorded the call and, like, you could play games on that app. I freaking don't remember what it was called.
And we recorded that episode about 10 times. 10 times. We were like, no, I don't like it. If you were to tell me today, after filming an hour-long episode, that you didn't like it, I'd be like,
go fuck yourself.
I'd be like, babe,
we're posting it.
It's going up. And then you can put a little disclaimer at the end that you hated the episode and whatever you want to change. But yeah, we've come such a long way. Like,
so insane.
And
dude.
Even that, so, like, I was talking to someone actually recently about, like, posting on Instagram and stuff. And I was like, it's crazy because if you compare my first video of, like, talking to the camera on TikTok, it's totally different than this too. Mm-hmm. Like, talking on a podcast with someone in the room.
So fucking different.
It's very different than, like, putting the phone in front of you and then talking to it. Not to say, like, I'm a pro or anything, but I feel like it's a lot easier to just, like, naturally talk to the camera because I've been practicing it. So, like, same thing for anything in our lives. Like, the more you I think that we're getting to that age where it's like, oh, I actually do feel like I'm established in something. Like, I am good at this. I am bad at that. Like, whatever. We're figuring it out finally. And maybe that's why everyone's talking about, like, how magical your 30s are, is because, like,
you feel more sure of yourself.
Yeah.
And I feel like, yeah, we're, like, definitely still 20.
I'm still in my 20s, babe. Don't judge me.
Still in my 20s. But I feel like you're getting, like, we're literally in the, like, baby steps of, like, I'm feeling confident in, like, who I am and, like, the things that I know I can do and the things that I feel like before, maybe, like, again, when we started, not even just the podcast, but, like, even just when we were, like, freshly friends, I feel like the people we were then is just very much, like, the imposter syndrome, but, like, we were actually imposters. You know what I mean?
No, but we actually were. You really didn't know anything, girl.
But you didn't want to, like, tell on yourself on the things that you were not good at. Like, you didn't want to...
It was because everyone kept telling you, fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
So you were like, well,
I'm
then...
fucking tired of faking it.
Well, then I guess I gotta lie. Straight through my teeth. Like, yeah, I do know how to do that.
No, yeah, T.
And we learned a lot.
Yeah.
We learned a lot by lying.
Lying gets you places.
That's the message from the 28-year-olds. No, but lying in a healthy sense. Like...
Faking it till you make
right,
it.
like just saying I'm gonna figure it out type thing. But not saying that, just saying you know how to do it and then later figuring it out.
Because genuinely, like, you will figure it out. Mm-hmm. Maybe not to the best of your ability, like, because that's all you know.
Maybe you're not giving 110, but you're giving 100.
But you're giving at least 90, you know?
In effort.
An
A for effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy that, like, we're here now. I literally can't, like,
what?
Aging's so crazy.
What is something from, like, when you were 18 that you would just never do again? That you definitely were doing?
That I was definitely doing.
Yeah, at 18.
That's a good question. I don't know. I have to think about it. Do you have something on top of mind?
Probably like mixing alcohol.
OT.
Like, do I do it today? Maybe a little here and there. Like wine. Like you'll go from a margarita to a glass of wine, maybe. Like, but usually space it out pretty far.
Yeah.
Like I had a margarita at
also,
lunch.
you like know what's gonna happen if that happens.
Right.
If you're doing that versus
Yeah.
like when you're 18, you're just doing it like.
You're like, I just want to get so fucked up. Like no idea of consequences.
Like, why are you trying to black out?
No, I think me blacking out one time was so embarrassing that I never wanted to black out again.
Yeah.
Like I learned that day.
Good for you.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it was the embarrassment. I just never wanted to be so embarrassed again.
I had the opposite effect. Mm-hmm. Where like I wasn't around you during that time when you were doing that.
When I was doing that. Yeah.
But like when I was 18, actually it was more like 19, but like during that era of time, like I was with people who were constantly blacking out, and it wasn't like cool to black out, but it was just like we did it every time.
It wasn't bad. It was just it's
like happened. I would wake up at my friend's apartment and be like, oh, I stayed the night. Cool.
Oh, I'm alive.
Oh, I'm alive.
I'm somewhere safe.
But it was never my thought that like I wouldn't be alive. You know what I mean? Like so stupid.
You weren't scared. You were just like, oh my god, we're so grown.
We're so grown. I literally like have this. I literally killed that bug. Okay, T.
On camera. Okay, she knows how to kill.
Okay, Karate Kid. No, but like I literally have this like memory, which like so cute for me.
I'm scared.
Like, Bodhi used to live in Koreatown, and which I like used to think was so cool.
So
like,
grown.
So grown.
No, totally. When I would drive to your house in Koreatown, I'm like, oh my god, my friends live somewhere in LA. This is so
cool.
So cool.
But honestly, her apartment was so cute. Like that apartment will always like have such a special place in my heart. But it was literally a studio, and like it had like the Art Deco bathroom and like the black and white tiles in the kitchen. It was so small, but the way she decorated it and the way that like it felt like a young adult lived in it. Like it's something that you see in like what you think in like a movie, you know?
Like Younger, the show or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And so whatever, like I think it was that night, but like the night before we went through like phases of drinking different alcohols, like so stupid.
Like just being addicted to Hennessy for a moment or whatever.
Me as fuck at 18, actually. Okay, that's something I wouldn't do.
Being addicted to Hennessy.
Literally drinking Hennessy,
not addicted,
like it
but...
was water.
That's
and thinking it was so cool. I was like, I'm a whiskey girl, or whatever.
Chugging it just to get drunk, not even like
bless the bottle. Literally me.
That's horrible.
So then I went through like this gin phase.
Oh.
And we were literally taking shots of gin. Crazy asses.
Just like get the nail polish remover out.
Literally. Might as well just drink the nail polish.
The fuck?
But like I remember us drinking the fucking shots of gin, and then we would go to this like bar called Girl at the White Horse. We were so addicted to that fucking place.
More than Tenants. Tenants was later.
Tenants was way later.
Yeah.
In the plot. Girl at the White Horse, Bodhi, her ex-boyfriend, was like a DJ there at night.
Oh my god, even more.
It was like so like
of the LA.
Of the LA. And then like so whatever.
It's crazy that you were doing this and I was just like going to bed with my boyfriend or like going home, going to bed, waking up and picking you up at 8 a.m. Like this is what she was doing.
That's what I was doing at night.
Fuck.
For most of the time, I was doing it during the weekends. Okay.
Most of the time.
I would like start Friday and I would like go home Sunday.
Love it.
But anyway, like we would go out and then we would have frosé at the fucking bar because it was huge at the time. Like, frosé was huge.
I remember my
time.
21st birthday. It was frosé. Do you have frosé?
Why were we so? It's such a fucking weird drink.
That
like,
is so funny. I kind of want to go somewhere and ask if they have frosé just to ask it. And then when they say no, I'll be like, oh, thank God.
Thank God.
That's so annoying.
So we would like drink frosé, and then of course I was fucking plastered. I don't remember shit.
I mean, wine.
And then so like I don't remember the rest of the night. Like I remember getting there, having a good time for a bit, and then it was like I woke up and I was in my best friend's fucking bed. Undressed myself. We both fell asleep.
Like in pajamas or just
no, just like in my bra, in my underwear.
What? I guess if you were on uncomfortable clothes, sure.
I was like wearing jeans, probably like tight jeans. And,
gross.
Like,
yeah.
Anyway,
tight skinny jeans, probably for the time.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, I woke up and like in fucking movies, you like put your clothes back on, and then like I look out the window and you can see the Hollywood sign from her like apartment window, and I was like,
You said this?
I fucking like I'm doing
This
it.
is the life.
I literally was like, I'm doing it in my head. So silly. Like living the young adult like dream.
It kind of is though. It kind of is.
And
like,
then I would go home to my suburbia life.
Go to college.
Go to college
with your friend who's
like deeply into a relationship. It's like a plot of a fucking show. It's a fucking series.
It is.
Anyway,
I was not living that dream, sadly.
You guys were traveling though, fucking going to
I was in Hong Kong.
I did go to Hong Kong. And Mexico City,
which was post college, but
and then I like went to Houston with them.
Oh my god. That was crazy. What a time.
Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that, but
I don't know.
Just funny.
Just living the... I said, what would you not do at 18? It was the Hennessy.
I also
That's
just,
fair.
like... not trying to get attention from boys.
The validation.
Because look at where I am now, babe.
But I kind of love that for you. And me.
It's like it was part of the plot.
It was part of the plot. It had to happen for us to realize it wasn't shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
At 18, the person I was obsessed with is just crazy to think about.
I mean, I can't even speak on that for me. Like,
crazy.
I dated him for 6 years. That's crazy.
We needed a lobotomy for that.
I did.
Both of us, yeah.
I want to make a TikTok, which hopefully it's out, but it says, adulting is realizing that he was a scammer, not a hustler. Because my friend... I was talking to my friend, and she's talking about some man that she was dating, and that he was a scammer, and she was explaining his business, and I was like,
wait, this sounds a little familiar.
And I was like, oh, it's clicking. He was a scammer. Okay.
Oh god, that's so fucking funny.
He is a scammer.
You know, that like
the most unethical way of business. And you know what's weird? I had a dream
That's
last
why you got
night.
beat up.
Right. He was trying to work smarter, not harder in that moment, but I had a dream that he showed me how much he was making in like Shopify or something. It's so random. And it was like 101K
a month?
I don't know.
Okay.
It just was on the screen.
Okay.
And I was like, are you trying to send me like a message? Like, I got money. But in my head, I was like, that ain't nothing. Okay. In the dream, I was like, and? Do better. I don't know. Which is crazy. Like, why did I have that? I mean, do better for what I have to put up with, I guess.
Period.
Like, I need about $1 million.
I need a salary.
Yeah, I need a full salary for being your girlfriend. Yeah. Anyway,
yeah, I would not be fucking with
the people we were interested in were not.
Yeah.
Not it.
Just like men in general at the time, like I wish I like found my queerness a little quicker. You know what I mean? I wish I like fucked around with that more.
You like leaned in a little. Yeah, I was gonna say, is there anything you wish you had done more of? Like,
yeah, I feel
done that.
I wish I would have leaned into like my queerness and not been so scared. Not scared. I guess I like was scared, but like it was, for me, it was not even like the fear of judgment or anything. It was really just like, I think there was like a lot of like internalized homophobia that I just had. And honestly, like not the fear of being judged, but like the fear of like, how do you even do
like the
that?
unknown.
How do you even do that? Like, how do you even flirt with a girl?
Oh my god,
that's
I
crazy.
don't know. I said, I don't know. I would have been the worst person to ask that to at the time,
like,
too. I would have been like, nah, my boyfriend's a scammer. I clearly don't.
I got scammed.
I am being scammed currently. I don't know. No, he didn't scam me. He didn't scam me.
No.
Maybe for my time, but... I got paid, actually.
No, you got paid well. So did I. Anyway.
Okay, Tito, you'd flirt.
Yeah, I would have just, like, leaned into my queerness.
I feel like
even just, like...
Yeah.
I feel like I would have come into this version of me maybe a little bit sooner.
Mm-hmm.
If I just, like, would have...
I think you were, at the time, like, looking back to conversations we were having, you were so... Not, maybe overwhelmed is the right word, but, like, overwhelmed with other issues in your life.
Oh, for
like,
sure.
Being queer or dating or whatever was just, like, that's just part of my life. Like, that's just there.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to, like, delve into it.
Yeah, that's true.
And we were in college. Like, college is just like,
I think
you're an adult now, which
for sure. I also like, I think I utilized like the validation from men, or like that I was seeking at the time, to feed that void of like all of the other issues I had, to like feed a distraction and like put all of the sadness or like whatever like negative emotions towards like, this is the reason now, so I can like have something to feed. I blame this, like, of course, like, you're putting me under like all of this like shit, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Like, a little accountability could be taken on our sides for sure, for
absolutely
being part of those relationships and stuff. We were seeking something to heal something else entirely.
Yeah. Wow. So T,
young us, if you're in your early 20s, maybe dig a little deeper while you're behaving poorly.
Yeah. It's hard to like know that though when you're that age. I feel like
totally.
It really is just, you
hindsight
need to give
2020.
yourself like the time to make those mistakes and understand.
I wish I had given it a little less time. I wish she was shorter and lived.
What are some things that you wish you would have done a little more of?
Honestly, I wish I had like been more of a little bit of a party girl.
I wish I brought you along for those things. Like,
right?
if we could go back in time, I would do that.
If we could.
But
I probably would have said no, that's the thing.
But I would force you. I'd like, but you were so headstrong about it. Like, I feel like I like would try to bully you into it, and then you'd like be like, no.
I love that for me though.
Yeah, good for you.
I really love that I set that boundary. Do I wish she had just come? Yes. But like, I did, I think once college was like at the tail end, you started inviting me to like Halloween parties, whatever, and then I'd come, and then it was fun or whatever. But also he was next to me, so
yeah, he had to come.
Or I don't even know, honestly. He ruined
everything.
everything.
That was post my ex-boyfriend, right? Yeah.
And that I think all of like that friend group had met him at Halloween, and then for New Year's I came out again and we had broken up. Yeah. And they were like, "Oh, baby, I'm so sorry." And I was like, "You hated him. Don't even lie. You met him once and you hate him." But I was like, yeah.
No, super heartbroken. I remember them like constantly saying like, "Why is she with him though? Like, he's kind of like, no, he's kind of weird. Like,
I'm dead. He's a scammer."
Yeah. But they were too nice to like actually say anything to you.
Yeah, like, what are you gonna say? I'm gonna be like, okay. Like, with him.
Also, that apartment,
yeah,
I felt like that was so grown.
Just like
Bodie.
Yeah.
And, like,
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It honestly was.
It really was really grown.
I mean, yeah.
But again, in Koreatown.
Hey,
Koreatown's great sometimes.
Sometimes.
Not the apartment I had. I mean, on the inside,
yeah,
she was great. The location, a bit spooky.
A little.
Just because there was...
But nothing ever happened to us.
Situations. No, they were actually very nice.
Yeah, it was like fine. It was okay.
It was kind of like protection a little bit. Except that one time that they shit behind...
Oh, that was crazy.
Logan's car.
But yeah, I wish I kind of like leaned into the partying more, because then I feel like once I got out of relationships, I was... Well, not really the second one, but the first relationship, I was like, I want to party. And like, I didn't do anything bad or anything, but I feel like I missed my messy era. But I did do messy things.
No, you did messy.
No, you did messy.
No, you did messy now. You made up for it, for sure.
Yeah, I think I made up for it. I feel like it's so different when you're just allowed to be so irresponsible and like not give a fuck.
Yeah, that's true.
Not that I can't like carve out time to be irresponsible. I'm like, no scheduling meetings for Monday this week because I wanted to be crazy this weekend. I want to go to Bender.
But then it's like, it's so intentionally like you're trying to make it happen versus like, I think when like, again, going back to the conversation, like I wasn't thinking like
no thoughts.
Yeah.
Just saying yes.
Doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of, but also at the same time, I do agree that everything happens for a reason, because I'm just like, had I like hooked up or like kissed or like done anything with any of these guys that I liked, it wouldn't have gone anywhere.
But that's part of the plot.
I know, right?
That would have been part of the plot. Yeah. I don't know, but everything happened.
I'm like, I wish my body count was higher.
That's something.
Diabolical. We could change that if I wanted to, but that's
in
the thing
a weekend, girl.
OT. Actually, I don't think I wish that, though. I'm pretty okay with
I think
what's going on.
I think you're good. You're good. I think you're above me actually now.
Well,
Well,
I'm single. You kind of stopped a few years ago.
I got stunted at the bottom.
Yeah, no, I don't actually regret that.
I think it's fine.
Now I'm just thinking about disgusting. Anyway, yeah, but a lot has changed since 18.
Mm-hmm.
Just even like, I don't know if it's like every woman in her mid to late 20s is like friendship is everything. I forgot, or I didn't know, or whatever. Or if it's our generation. Because like Sex and the City came out, like, I don't know. We have just like such a unique generation where we're fed like values and morals and like messages all the time. Mm-hmm. And so like obviously we get a bunch of messages about girlhood and we grew up together and we were just girls together, you know, like obviously great things, but I'm like, like our moms, did they like come to an age where they were like, oh, friends are everything? Or were they just like, yeah, those are my girls?
I feel like yes. Mm-hmm. I'm doing an analysis of like movies and things like that. I feel like yes, but I do think that the generation above us, like older millennials and maybe like young boomers, they all had that messaging, but like put into their like 40s.
Sex and the City,
like Sex and the City, but also like I can't think of.
I feel like just the natural progression. Like, had we not had the messaging, I mean, obviously your whole life you have like your girlfriends, but like when it gets really important is probably like for them, I'm thinking like marriage, kids. Mm-hmm. Like, that's when it comes down to, like, the parties, mm-hmm. Who's your maid of honor, like, all that stuff. So maybe that's when it becomes, like, apparent.
And then I also feel like there's, like, this, like, time block where, like, after having kids, they probably, like, took a pause on friends a bit. Mm-hmm. And then, like, when the kids were old enough to, like, have their own friends.
Or whatever, yeah.
And almost like their own lives, like pre-teens and teens, I feel like that's when the resurgence comes back for like, oh, well then what am I doing with my time?
Yeah.
You know?
I need to have a life outside my kids.
And I feel like that's the messaging that they were fed. And I feel like now, because like I think women our age, or women in our like generation are getting married like later in life and like just doing things a lot later. Mm-hmm. That's like, well, then what are we filling that time with instead of kids and marriage and whatever the fuck, you know? So it's like friendship, it's like dreams and
career aspirations. Yeah. True. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And I feel like the millennials were like fed more of the Sex and the City. Like, it's okay to be like single and figuring it out in your 30s. Mm-hmm. And I feel like now it's more so like, yes, it is okay, but you're like, I don't know, like, I feel like it trickled down even more.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're all very focused on friendship and how we can have each other's backs and things and supporting each other's dreams.
Just now I'm just thinking about dating. I'm like, wow. That's crazy. Like, are they just deterred from women who are independent and have their own communities?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
They're so insecure about...
My man's not.
No, not her man.
My man, I don't know where honestly, I think my man is like in a committed relationship.
Right now?
Yeah.
He's like learning a lot of things.
He's like growing. He's a relationship type guy.
Aw.
But... someone's heart's getting broken. I don't know if it's his or hers. Or both. Could be both.
Damn. Period.
Is it?
Break up with your girlfriend.
Is it period? I don't know. Actually, you know what? Maybe he's ready now. Maybe he got out of his relationship 2 years ago.
Maybe, dude.
We don't know.
Maybe we don't know.
That's also the thing about being older. Is we're like... again, the dating thing is like, okay, we're older. I've established so many other parts of myself. And if I'm not with somebody, like for me, example, like you getting older just feels like, okay, when are you gonna happen, babe? Where are you? What's happening? And I can only imagine how that feels as you get older and older and older. Like, if it doesn't happen. But
it doesn't happen already, yeah.
Everyone has their own timeline. On the downside, I guess, of turning 28. We've been talking about really positive things.
I want to keep it light. No, yeah, there's... I mean, there's, like, the fears of, like, just aging, I think, for me.
Uh-huh.
Like, I think about the concept of just getting older is, like, starting to actually freak me out.
Like, it used to be like, I don't need Botox, I'm 21.
Yeah, also just, like, I'm in my 20s. Like... It felt like very much like, don't fucking talk to me about any of that. Like, I'm just in my 20s.
I'm a baby.
And now you're like, I'm just 28. Wait,
right.
That's really close. And then, I don't know, like, I feel like the 30s, I'm really excited and it's going to be so much fun. It's just like this, like, little bit of panic of like, oh my God, I'm almost 30. Like, 30 is going to be, like, here tomorrow.
Yeah. I also think about being, like, 21 and meeting someone who's, like, 28. I'm like,
crazy.
Oh my God, you're old.
Literally. And I'm like, that's how you see me?
But, like, yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
Because, like, you're
honestly,
21.
No, but you're
like,
21.
Like, you're a baby.
Yeah.
Like, so, I get it.
Like, when a 20, like, 8-year-old would tell me when I was, like, 22 that I was, like, mature, it was like, period.
Dead.
You know what I mean?
Meanwhile, you're like... blacking out. You said, yeah.
Yeah, I'm really grown.
Really grown or whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. It feels crazy to be on the other end where, like, not that you're, like, looking down at, like, the younger 20s, you're just, like, looking back and you're like, oh, there's so much that's changed.
I mean, if you think about it, if we're going 21 to 28, like, that's 7 years. That's, like, 11 to 18 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Huge difference.
Huge difference.
And probably not as big of a difference between 7 or 18, whatever, 21 and 28. But, like... They really are just completely different people. Like, I wish we could, like, line ourselves up by age. Like, 11-year-old Sam, 18-year-old Sam, 28-year-old Sam.
It's really crazy to think about.
Or, I guess, 8-year-old Sam would have been more accurate. 8 years old.
Such a different...
But, yeah, I think circling back to what we were saying at the beginning, like, this is a good time to probably, like...
Reflect on all those. Of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's really important to do it now also before you actually even hit that big milestone of 30. Because I feel like, I don't know, like 18 to 28, that whole decade, insane. And of course, like, you feel that when you're 8 to 18, but, like, you're such a kid that you're, like, just growing, you don't understand. And then, like, now when, like, you have, like, a full brain.
Developed.
Yeah. 18 to 28 is, like, a crazy thing to conceptualize.
Yeah.
It's a whole different human.
And I think also, you know, we've been fed a lot of videos that are like, oh, I'm not going to remember, or people aren't going to remember about me that I was so skinny, or I was so beautiful, whatever. Like, also reflecting on, I mean, I don't know, reading my journals from then, I probably was like, you're gonna be a skinny little model, like, I don't know, I was probably saying things like that. But like, it's just interesting to see, like, where your mindset was at. I wish I journaled at 8 years old. I probably have journals at, like, I don't know, 11.
Yeah.
A little older, and they were more like, my crush is this person.
No, seriously.
Like, it wasn't anything of substance.
I had, like, shared journals with, like, friends.
Yes,
that you pass around. Those were, like, my journals.
I love looking back at those.
Yeah.
It's crazy, like, what you used to worry about. I don't know. It's just, like, an assurance that, like, you're probably going to worry about something for the rest of your life. So just, like, remember to enjoy it. Because, like, I still miss being 12 years old. And at 12 years old, I was so worried about presenting in class. And did this boy like me? Is my outfit cute enough? Are the girls hating me? Like, all these things. And now I'm worried about completely different things. But,
you're always
like,
gonna be worried about something.
Yeah. And then in 10 years, I'm going to be like, oh, I just want to be 28 again.
Yeah.
She was everything.
She was everything. She was worried about nothing.
Right. Like, look at us now. Everything got figured out. Like, what were you tripping about?
Yeah. It's really hard to remember that.
So hard.
But it's a good point.
It's necessary.
Yeah.
I don't know how to remind that girl.
Maybe write to her. Journal to her. Maybe we all do that. We journal to our 18-year-old selves and tell them how far we've come.
And then we read it at, like, 38.
Ooh, tea.
And then we write another one to us at 28. And it just keeps
going.
That.
I love that.
One day we die. Sad.
Sad. Hopefully at 108.
Yeah, I'm like, not that realization hitting me right now. Like, yeah,
no,
girl.
See, that's what I'm talking. Like, the concept of aging is just so scary to me because I'm like, I'm also, we're seeing our parents get older.
I hate it.
And it's really scary. I feel like that's something that no one talks about in, like, I'm like turning 30, like your 30s are great. I'm like, our parents are getting old.
I know.
And that's really scary to, like, digest.
Yeah. I was gonna say something and it fully just left my brain. Oh, I saw this video on Instagram and it started with, like, my husband lost his job, so we had to move back in with his mom.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's, like, a bunch of clips of, like, her kids playing with the grandma and the great grandma and them having dinner together, like, all these really sweet clips. And she said, like, it must have taken a lot of propaganda for me to see this as failure. And I was like, oh my God. Sad. I was like, that's so true.
I love that.
Because, like, it's literally, like, this grandmother's getting to spend so much, like, non-stop time with her kid's wife, and now her grandkids, like.
Also, like, that's such a lucky life for the kid.
Yeah.
To have, like, all of their family. That's so true. I feel like it's constantly, like, fed down our throats that you need to, like, succeed and, like, be better than where you came from and whatever.
Yeah.
And then you're like, but, like, I think that's also the realization of 28. It was like, it's not about that. I mean, maybe, like, it'll be even more of a intense processing when you get older and have kids and stuff. But I just feel like everything I was told at 18 to, like, go and seek and do and, like, succeed in is not really, like, important much of what I want anyway. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't necessarily,
like, being a neurosurgeon?
Care.
You said, I'm gonna be the doctor in the family, babe.
Be the doctor in the family.
I'm gonna be that damn neurosurgeon.
And then I was like,
out.
I'm going to own a business. And you know what? Like,
I'm gonna show up and show out. And you know what? Maybe I'm not.
I really thought, like, I either was gonna be a neurosurgeon or I was gonna be the next Sophia Maruso. And, like,
you still could.
I still could.
You still could do both.
You know what? Period, Sam.
You could. I don't know.
I don't know that I want those things, though. That's,
okay,
like, the thing. Is, like, I think the things that I was fed or, like, really thought that I wanted to do at 18, it just, none of that's as important to me anymore. Like, I just want to have a balanced life. I want to enjoy my life. I want to have enough, like, time. I want, like, my finances to support me, but, like, I don't want my finances to be everything for me.
Define you.
And define me. Like, I want to have enough time for my family while I still have my family. Mm-hmm. That's, like, what's most important, I think.
Yeah. And, like, your finances supporting you and, like doing this podcast. Like, giving you the freedom to do something that is fun, but not necessarily because I'm going to make a ton of money off of it. Like, that's not the end goal anymore, which I think we were totally
in that mindset.
Like, oh my God, we're going to make so much
money. 4 years later, babe, $0.
Filing zeros, final return. But, yeah, I agree. I think we both have, like, come out of, which, like, don't get me wrong, money is definitely making the world go round.
For sure.
And I would like as much of it as I can get my hands on for the sake of the fun life I want to live. Yeah. But, yeah, it's not necessarily, like, I'm gonna be so rich. Like, I don't know. And maybe, like, that's part of, for our journey, I'm not, because, you know, everybody has their own, like, 21, they become billionaires, like, whatever. You know what? Like, that's people's life journeys.
Hey, listen, I still have dreams of being a pop star, so.
Right, so, like, it can still happen. It's just maybe our intentions, because some people for sure, like, their intention was to become really fucking rich, and that's how it happened for them. Yeah. But I think a lot of people, and how we would personally like to, like, make our money is ethically, and, like, in something we're excited about, passionate about, which is so hard, and that's why I think our 20s are, like, the trenches for us personally,
because we're trying to figure out
what that is,
what the Venn diagram in the middle is for everything.
Right. And usually you're not making a whole lot when you're just kind of
figuring things out.
Figure it out.
Yeah, it's fucking true.
Yeah,
it will get figured out, though.
38-year-old us is screaming. Like, babe,
just enjoy it, you know? Yeah. And I'm really trying to stay in that mindset of, like, hearing that higher version of myself and listening to her and being like, there's something so amazing about what's happening in the present tense. Like we had that conversation about just, like, moving out or, like, having to move out of our homes, like, our childhood homes. And, like, I think of that constantly, like, especially, like, I haven't lived at home since I was 23, so, like, well, I guess I went back for, like, a stint, like, COVID, a 2 month stint, but, like, it's crazy. And even then, like, it was not the same as when I, like, originally went back, like, I was living there. Like, it'll never be the same. And so there's something so special and pure about, like, reminding yourself of things like that. Like, you're never gonna have this moment again.
Yeah.
So just, like, live so freely and like, abundantly in it and take it all in, because it's gonna be gone by tomorrow.
Gross. Why'd you have to drop that? Why'd you have to drop that deep knowledge on us like that? Gross. I agree, though.
Yeah.
I agree. It's tough when you're on the inside to get on the outside and see bigger picture. But, like, I think the more me personally saying, like, I know it's going to happen. Like, about everything in my life that I still currently want, I'm like, I know it's going to happen. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah.
And, like, I feel that with my chest. So it's like, maybe when we were like 23 talking about our business, we felt it.
We were saying it, but not with our chest.
Not feeling it with our chest. We were like imposter. Literally. But, like, we did learn something. Like, it was all meant to be. And it is what it is.
Yeah.
And we continue to keep saying shit with our chest because it's all meant to be exactly how it is.
So true.
If you're 28 or near your late 20s, we feel you, babe.
We feel you.
And if you're thriving, I love that for you.
Yeah.
I really do. If that's your timeline, I can't lie, I'm a little bit jealous. But I love that for you.
I love that for you. Share the wealth.
Yeah, keep thinking abundantly for those in your life who maybe aren't on that timeline. That's all.
Facts.
Yeah. I think that's it, though,
for
28.
It. Yeah.
Wow. I think this is also the first year we've done it for Mel's birthday. Because, like, normally we wait till I'm closer to 28, so it, like, feels like
full rounded.
Closer to 28 for both of us. I don't know that it makes much of a difference, to be honest, so.
We're already thinking about it.
Yeah.
As soon as my birthday hits, we're like, next. Actually, when Katie, I'm like.
Oh, yeah, Katie's first.
Yeah. Anyway, so, what were you going to say?
No, I had nothing.
No.
Just,
Well, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to let us know in wherever you are tuning into this. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and TikTok at We Care A Lot Pod. And if you haven't rated or reviewed the podcast already, please go ahead and do that. And then obviously if you're on YouTube, subscribe. There's a lot of like non-subscribed people watching.
Yeah, and a lot of men out there.
I want to know why you're here. Like, let me know.
Yeah, leave it in the comments. Like, are you interested in our perspective?
Like, what's going on there?
Just would love to know. Thank you. And if you're a female, comment so that you can bring some more of the females into the group.
But yeah, we're gonna catch you guys next week. But that's it. Bye.
Bye.